Hey everybody, Omar here, your knife of the party guy, and I am back with part 2 of my year in review South African knife collection. I decided to go ahead and split it up into 3 videos so that it will upload faster. Less knives I have to talk about, the quicker the video will be, and I could probably get a little bit more detail. So without further ado, let's get into the medium size knives. We're going to begin with this one right here. This one is really a doozy. This is the Trevor Burger Lex K. This one has marble carbon fiber, black marble carbon fiber, and Damascus bolsters with a Damascus pocket clip. And my favorite, Damascus going all the way up for the full-blown backspacer. I really like that. The action on this is really very smooth. Opens really quick. Sometimes the knife is so smooth it actually has a tendency to fall back when you're trying to close it. But yeah, this one's a real pretty one. The blade steel is M390. Trevor Burger Lex K. So let's move on. This one is the L54 Andre Thorburn front flipper with CTS XHP. It runs on ceramic ball bearings. We have a zirconium bolster. The design is actually done by Marguerite, which is Andre Thorburns' wife. And we have marble carbon fiber and a titanium pocket clip. Runs on ceramic. Andre is very famous for his easily shut close action. Sometimes it actually just drops shut. This is one of the ones, give it a little bit of a shake, but, not much. And you can see it just falls really quick. Blade steel is CTS XHP. And again, it runs on ceramic ball bearings. You can see his logo right there. This is actually one of my older customs. Yeah, perfectly centered. I carry this one every once in a while. Moving on to a full dress piece medium knife by Des Horn. This is called the Shinkansen Bullet Front Flipper. It's got lightning strike carbon fiber and Damascus bolsters. The ball release the ball of the ball release is made of, I believe it's mercury. And this one is real smooth. I'm not sure how far away I am from the camera. Yeah, I don't know if I can shut this one. I'm afraid I'm going to hit my phone, but yeah, I'm not confident. I don't want to hit my camera. So yeah, this one has really smooth action. This does not run on ball bearings. It runs on washers. There's no pocket clip. He usually makes these gentleman folders with a leather slip. Yeah, the blade is Damascus. Really very pretty. I like this one. Yeah. He's got Damascus, if you could see that. Yeah, he's got a Damascus backspacer. It's kind of hard to tell because the Damascus is sort of like squeezed in real tight. Maybe if you cut it differently, you'd be able to see the Damascus a little better. But yeah, that's Damascus backspacer. We also have file work again by Des Horn. Very well done. Really intricate with the zigzag feature on there. Really nice. Screws are really obtrusive. You hardly even see them. And when you do see them, they're actually part of the decor. Really very famous for that laminate again. I mean, when you look at the laminate, you can see it sort of gives a 3D effect, which I like. So the Shinkansen Bullet Front Flipper got its inspiration from the bullet trains of Japan. during the 1990s. He took a trip to Japan, and if you look at this knife, when I open it, you can tell that the shape of the knife looks just like a bullet train. These are what those bullet trains look like. So it's really kind of cool. What a way to use, have inspiration for a knife is to use an inspirational object like that. The next one is my third A2 knife, which is the A9. This one's a little bit different than the other two, because this one runs on double row ceramic ball bearings. So if I can explain, he has like a little trench in there with the inner side of it has ball bearings way in the middle, and then another second outer ring where there's another set of ball bearings. If you look closely, yeah, there you go. If you look closely, you can see that logo right there. That stands for double row. See that? Yeah, double row ball bearings, ceramic. It's really smooth. We have lightning strike carbon fiber with the copper wire going all the way through the knife, sort of crisscrossing. And we've got a zirconium pivot, really nice. Perfectly centered. The only thing I don't like about these A2 knives, what's with the hole? I don't know what that's about. I'm assuming it's for aesthetic reasons, but I'm not crazy about the hole. Still, you know, you're not going to get everything you want on a knife. I just don't think the hole does anything aesthetically for it. I mean, what are they going to say? It's for weight? You know, I mean, a little hole like that, I don't think it would make much of a difference. So I'm assuming it's mostly for aesthetics. Titanium pocket clip on the back. So again, the A2, A9 double row ceramic ball bearing flipper. Moving on, this one is made by Henny Duplessis. This was one of his very first customs that he ever made. Henny Duplessis is a new South African knife maker. He's only been making knives for about 8 years now. He's still trying to get his name out there. He's still not well known, but he does really great work. We've got fat carbon fiber scales, Damascus pivot ring, and Damascus pocket clip on the back. One of the more interesting things about Henny Duplessis is he does this signature back bar. See where it's sculpted? A titanium silver sculpted back bar. Really kind of nice. The steel on this one is one of the more lesser steels, but no less, still, it's a really good steel. It's N690. There is Henny Duplessis' logo right there and his name on the knife. We've got a mirror finish for the top part of the blade. This is sort of a, I don't know, a funky looking Wharncliffe style blade. I've never seen one like that, so I had to have it. It was just a little weird. Yeah, he does really good work. And what's great about Henny Duplessis is that, and a lot of these knife makers, a lot of these South African knife makers, when they're just starting and they're at the peak of their best work, you could probably get their knives, you know, for a not so astronomical price. I'm not going to talk about how much I paid for this one. I don't like to do that. But yeah, he gave me a really good price on this one. With all the eye candy on it, I thought it was worth it. The T. Griffin by Henny Duplessis. The next knife is insane. This is the J.D. Van Deventer MIDI custom flipper. Forward flipper. As you can see, it's a forward flipper. It doesn't stick out like your traditional flipper. Instead of it being here picking out at you on the side, he has it up at the top, almost like a front flipper. In fact, you can even open it like a front flipper, but it's really a forward flipper. It makes it a lot better. You know, you don't really have that thing sticking out in your pocket. What we have here is CTS XHP drop point blade, really nice looking. We've got carbon fiber twill and marble carbon fiber for the handle. A zirconium pocket clip on the back. This is probably the best steel ball bearing knife I've ever owned because it acts like it's a ceramic ball bearing knife. Look how it just falls shut on regular steel ball bearings. A lot of J.D. Van Deventer's knives have this action. I don't know how he does it, but again, this is just regular steel ball bearings and it just drops shut. Yeah, the pivot ring on this one, I think it's G10. Yeah, I believe it's G10 for the pivot ring. But, you know, it looks really sweet either way, even though G10 is not my favorite material. Perfectly centered CTS XHP steel. Again, this is called the MIDI, M-I-D-I, MIDI flipper by J.D. Van Deventer. The next one is as heavy as a brick, which is one of the reasons why I love it. This one's made by Erucus Blumeris, probably one of his more earlier knives. We've got a M390, I guess it's not a true Wharncliffe style blade, so I'm going to say it's like a modified Wharncliffe trying to be a drop point because it kind of curves up very, very little, but it curves up right around this area. We've got Damascus bolster and shredded marble carbon fiber handles with a carbon fiber back spacer and a titanium pocket clip with the mercury ball. That's really kind of famous in South Africa, the mercury ball on the pocket clip. A lot of knife makers do it. It's sort of like a generic pocket clip, but to us it looks like art. I think it's cool. The model number of this knife is called L54. L stands for, or sorry, LL54. LL means liner lock, so liner lock model number 54. Yeah, really nice one. It's really heavy. Really thick stock on the blade. Again, that makes it kind of different, but then it kind of goes down to a point on the end. Really nice. Good smooth drop shut action. This one is on ceramic ball bearings. Nope, my mistake. Regular steel ball bearings. Yeah, regular steel ball bearings. Still very, very smooth. Moving on to Andre Thorburn. Again, this is more of Andre Thorburn's answer, in my opinion. It's Andre Thorburn's answer to a production knife. He's made about maybe 10 of these in this exact same configuration, so this is not a one-of-a-kind handmade. All the knives you've seen previously, they are all one-of-a-kind handmades. This one is not. He's made maybe about 10 to 12 of these blue carbon fiber twill L51 flippers with CTS XHP. It runs on ceramic ball bearings. Drop point blade, nice and smooth. This is one of the knives I was talking about where it just dropped shut. Yeah, he just hit it out of the ballpark with the action every time. His action is very, very consistent on every knife he makes. They are all drop shut action smooth. I love the blue pivot on it. I'm surprised that he didn't make the screws blue also, but he did make the backspacer, titanium backspacer blue. We've also got really nice hand file work on the back. So this is definitely a keeper. I love this one also. Yeah, the L51 compact front flipper. He does make a larger version of this knife, which I don't have. Same exact knife, obviously different configuration, but he does make it in a larger version. I don't remember the model number of that one. But if you go to Blade Gallery and do a search, I'm sure you'll find the large version of that knife online. The size of this knife and all the knives here on the table are right around 3.1 to 3.2 inch blade. Moving on, we have the Willem Steenkamp Raider black and white carbon fiber flipper. This one, I really love the look of it. It runs on ceramic ball bearings, I think. Does it? Nope, my mistake. It runs on regular ball bearings. I forgot. Willem Steenkamp does not do ceramic. He does just regular steel ball bearings. What's really great about the look of this knife is it kind of looks like a Western cowboy knife. If you could picture a Hollywood cowboy in a white suit, you know, and the white hat and like the sheriff's badge, if he had an everyday carry, it would be this knife. In my opinion, it's just silver, like silver spurs. The whole knife looks like it's in, the silver theme and the white theme. Just makes it look like a Hollywood cowboy knife, at least in my opinion. That's one of the reasons why I got it. We've got a carbon fiber back spacer on there. Unique design. Kind of looks like a train track, doesn't it? The way that looks. Very, very smooth. The steel is 154, CPM 154 steel. It's a really good steel. Moving on to another one of my, this is actually one of my latest purchases that I bought. This one is from Lawrence Prinsloo. What's interesting about Lawrence Prinsloo as a knife maker, he's not very well known here in the United States, but in Europe he's won like dozens of awards. His work is, not as well known, but he's beginning to become introduced here in the United States as one of the prominent knife makers. I rank his work right up there with Erucus Bloom, other South African knife makers like Andre Thorburn, Des Horn, Erucus Bloomeris, John Arnold. Lawrence Prinsloo is in that category of knife makers. He just isn't well known. He's very well known for this mosaic Damascus bolster and the mosaic Damascus look for his bolsters. He's got all different kinds. There's ones with hearts on it. I believe there's another one with spades. I got this one. We've also got blue fat carbon fiber on it. His knives are on ceramic ball bearings, and the action is just unique in the way it feels. It is just, there's no, it's almost continuous, but yet you still have control over shutting it close. But it's just a really, really great action folder, in my opinion. Love it. We've got a titanium backspacer going all the way up. I do love that. With blue liners. Really very nice. But the combination of a blue fat carbon fiber and the mosaic bolster work, I think, was a nice choice. Really love that one. Check him out, Lawrence Prinsloo, on his Instagram page. The last of the medium knives I have, we start off with we end with what we started off with, the Lex K by Trevor Berger. This is my second one. This is actually more of a user one. We've got M390 blade with a stonewash blade finish. We've got a titanium frame lock as opposed to the liner lock. This one is really very smooth. We've got a blue titanium pivot ring and carbon fiber inlay on there. Surprised that, one of the things about Kurt Berger is he doesn't put eye candy on a frame lock on both sides of the knife, only on one, which I think is fine. I mean, knife makers can do what they want. I got a nice blue titanium pocket clip to match the blue pivot ring. M390 blade. Action runs on ceramic ball bearings. Really quite smooth one. I'm really loving this one. Very nice. So there you have it. My part 2 of my South African knife collection. These are the medium knives, the medium-sized knives. I do have my knives broken up into large, medium, and small. So I've got one last video coming, and I'm going to get to that one right now. So I will see you guys in the next video in just a few minutes, and talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment on this video if you have any comments regarding my collection. Love to hear it. Trying to get this channel to grow a little bit, so please comment and feel free. Again, this is part 2, the medium knives of my South African year in review knife collection. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys, I will see you in the next video coming up. Thank you.